students. I wanted to just give you a short little overview video of what is going to happen over the next few weeks for the college success class. This week we're in week 12, and this is as a result of us missing class today. But I wanted to just kind of alert you to something that's going to happen this week. So it's kind of going to be a combination of the in-class work that we were going to do as well as the out-of-class hybrid piece that we were going to do for this week. So this Bystander Effect Khan Academy link here is just a link to a little short video. I don't know if any of you saw it last week. I had it in last week's folder just for you to know that it was coming up, but there wasn't anything associated with it last week that you had to do. But this week I want you to watch it, and then I'm going to have a few questions for you to answer following that. So that's one thing. The other thing is I sent out an email earlier today asking you to provide me with a couple of details about your service project. So if you could please get that completed as soon as possible, hopefully before before we meet next week, but I'd like to have it maybe Monday, Tuesday at the latest. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with whether or not I'll be able to come back on campus or not. But at this point, we're going to just proceed like I'm going to be back on campus. Okay. So then that's it for this week. So the Bystander Effect Khan Academy piece, and there's going to be a discussion associated with that. That'll show up right here later today or tomorrow morning. The other thing I put in here was a link to the next article review, because that is due next week. So that is due the 20th, and this will be in the same format and no differences really in terms of the layout or anything like that. So I still want you to tie it to some kind of issue today. Why is this important today, essentially, is what you're answering. Okay. And then what you're going to do is, instead of presenting those in class, we're going to do a little more discussion on that next week. Okay, so that is due. We'll have some time in class next week to kind of go over that, work on it a little bit in class, talk about it a little bit more, because as I said, it's not due until the 20th. But that's coming up next week. So you have that third division reading coming up in week 13, which is next week. It's due the 20th. The following week there's no class that week. But what we're going to be doing instead, that's the week of Thanksgiving. But from that Monday through Saturday, I'm going to open up hours, pretty much any time during that week except Thanksgiving Day, that you guys can meet with me to present your service project. So we're going to do it online, and that was the other piece I was trying to get at this earlier today, was what is the preferred method that you want to use. So that's what that was all about. I want to get that from you, and then I want to get these meetings set up kind of as soon as possible, hopefully by midweek next week, to have everything set up. So next week is the division reading, the review, article review. The week after that is the week of your presentations. We're not meeting as a class that week. And then the following week, which is officially finals week, you have a paper due, and this date is not right on here actually. That's going to be due on December 4th. Okay, so just disregard that date. I'll change it when I'm finished here, and that's it. That's how the rest of the class is going to play out. So at this point, we're going to meet in class next week for the final class. Your division reading 3, the review, is due. The following week will be the presentations. Again, online presentations. All group members will meet with me using one of those methods. You can either pre-record it and then just meet with me. I'll watch it before we meet, and then I'll just come up with some questions to ask you, is basically how that will go. And then the essay is going to be due on December the 4th. Okay, that's it. Watch out for a couple more things to pop up in here. The discussion is one of those, and I may put something discussion in related to this. We're going to do some work in class next week to kind of break that down a little bit, but I'd like to maybe get you to think about it a little bit before next week. So make sure you definitely read the article for next week, this the new Jim Crow. Okay, that's it. Have a nice weekend. See ya.